Yetta, what's up? I'm feeling so connected online, but...
Disconnected in real life?
Yeah.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.
Welcome to another episode of Life's Inside Track. I'm Yetta Decker.
And I'm Ken Decker.
And it's where we get to connect. And we get to share techniques, thoughts, tips, and tools that we all need, we all deserve, so you can make incredible real estate decisions, make the most out of our house, and even build better relationships.
Fantastic.
We're going to consider the paradox of modern relationships. We're more connected than ever, and people tend to be more lonely than ever before.
That's paradoxical.
Well, that's what it is, isn't it? The paradox of modern relationship.
Yeah.
So what's this root of loneliness? Like, what's creating it? Because I know I read some stats that said 40% of Ontarians, and I suspect it's similar in the rest of Canada and probably the world, 40% would say that they are lonely.
Yes.
And 10% of people would say that they're chronically lonely. So what's the root?
Well, I know you didn't want to talk about this, but I'm going to bring it up anyways.
Okay, of course you are.
Like, in other parts of the country, they're not quite as lonely. And I think maybe some of it is the divorce rate is higher in Canada, in Ontario, than it is in other areas like Newfoundland, for instance, has a much lower divorce rate. And if you're not separated, you would have a less chance of feeling lonely, I think.
Okay.
Maybe.
So that's probably one.
Mm-hmm.
And what's another root?
Well, I think that the lack of personal connection, we're connecting via text or through our devices or through social media, or we're living vicariously by putting, and we do it too. Like, we put our anniversary up, right? We put some pictures of our anniversary. Now you did on social media. We got some thanks, or not thanks, but congratulations on our wedding anniversary and that sort of thing recently. And we didn't connect with people other than each other. And we were actually having a struggle that day because some of our expectations didn't get met. And then we got triggered and the crazy cycle happened.
Right.
And so we didn't have a super internal connected anniversary, and we didn't see anybody either.
Right. I will say that the saving grace to that story, even though I know I'm supposed to just talk about the issues and the roots, is the day before, one of our clients that loves us a lot, her and her daughter came over and brought us an amazing dinner. So, and that was connection. And that was a totally different experience than the day of our actual anniversary. Pretty much all the people that know us and love us dearly texted. Virtually nobody phoned. A couple phoned. No one popped by. And so I think part of the root is we're used to doing it quick and easy. Right? Whether it's our anniversary or it's your birthday or any other occasion, there's less likely, unless you host a party, unless you're the one that go out of the way to do something, that you're going to see people on that day.
So what just came up for me is we actually get more connections, more congratulations, birthdays, whatever. More,
I would never have had hundreds.
More attention, but less deep connection.
Yeah. More attention, but it's more, shall we say, the root is it's surfacey. It doesn't land, there you go. It doesn't land emotionally to the same degree.
There's that emotional connection. It's nice. You read them and it's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. But there's an illusion, I think, that we're having meaningful connection when we're actually not. And that's a root issue.
That's the paradox of the modern methods of connecting.
Yeah. And so we're going to invite you to be part of the Decker team community, where we can help you get a house that is actually structured and set up to create an environment that fosters more meaningful connection. The house
Yeah.
actually makes a difference.
Yeah, a place where you can invite people into. And it doesn't have to be huge.
No.
Just a spot to call home that you can invite a couple or another family or a couple singles or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And we're going to discuss some of the solutions in the
Yeah.
upcoming segment.
And here's the bottom line. 90% of those that have over $1 million or that would be considered millionaires own real estate as part of their investment.
Mhm.
So making that investment make sense for your life and your connections. And, you mentioned connections outside where you can invite people in, but what about connections inside the home? Have it structured and set up in an environment that doesn't make it easy to isolate and just get on the device. Because we've been avoiding saying the word.
Oh, so you're saying that technology, like our phones,
Mm-hmm.
even when we're with people,
Mm-hmm.
may cause us to be externally focused away from them.
Yeah. Present, but not here. Present
Yeah.
elsewhere.
And sometimes they're sharing, like, oh, look at this YouTube video or whatever, but the
Yeah.
majority of the time is spent focused inward into the device.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the smaller the device, the more it sucks you in.
Mm-hmm.
So, not having easy access to it, meaning not at the dinner table I'm not supposed to be giving away solutions. Okay. Well, it's easier to get
Back
solutions.
away from the microphone. Yeah.
I know, because it is such a sad thing
Yep.
when we don't feel connected
Mhm.
and we're not allowed to touch anymore.
Well,
No touchy.
well, that's the issue. There's one of the root issues is
Yeah.
touching has disappeared. And I'm talking appropriate touching,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
handshake, the hug, the whatever. It's significantly reduced.
Since COVID,
Yeah.
really. That's what increased it,
Yeah.
I think. And now it's scary. I think another root cause is it's scary to change our behavior again.
Yeah.
I know even after the majority of COVID had passed and there was some of our most intimate family that we really hadn't seen more than once or twice really throughout all of COVID and not in a lot of close proximity. It was an outdoor thing.
Mhm.
It was super awkward.
It took time to
and-
rebuild that connection.
and so I
that
think-
emotional connection.
Right.
It did.
Awkwardness
Mhm.
is a root cause. And who wants to feel awkward? If you're anything like me, you don't want to be awkward. You're awkward enough even when you don't choose awkward,
Yeah.
right? Because I know I am. I'm awkward
Yeah,
enough. And
and-
so I tend to stay away from situations, or maybe you like me, stay away from those situations that you can stay away from.
And we're habitual human beings. And I think we
Mm.
created the habit of not
Mm.
connecting physically and emotionally and, with touch because of the COVID. And it's not getting good fast enough.
Right.
Can I say that?
Well, because the loneliness is still on the rise.
Right. And every time we go to a major event, now we're in a lot of people in a closed in, and I would say probably 80% now are unmasked and 20% are still wearing a face mask.
Mhm.
And it's for their own protection, their own sense of safety, and that's fine. And it helps reduce that connection.
Well, 'cause
when
you can't see their face.
Can't see facial
and
expressions.
you can't see smiles. And so
Mhm.
then it's harder to smile.
Yeah. So the question is, who will you reach out to today? And we'll be having more solutions in the next segment. We're honored to position you to build wealth wisely because it's about much more than just money.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward